run. Do not walk. Run to your nearest GameStop. I have a crazy sale to talk about on time for once. Let's get into it. Now, I'm not normally one to break this kind of news, but also do a video like this where I go over something in kind of a time-sensitive manner, but this was too good of a deal not to talk about, and plus, I haven't seen anyone else do a video on this sale, so I wanted to be the first. So, GameStop today, which is May 18th, 2025, has started a brand new, I don't know what to call it, clearance sale or blowout sale, whatever it may be, a big sale. And essentially what they're doing is a whole bunch of games are being discounted either to $15 or $30. And these aren't just filler titles. There's some good quality stuff that is being discounted pretty heavily, including special editions, collector's editions, games that are quite expensive normally that are down to like 15 bucks. That's pretty nuts. So I went to two different GameStops. One of them was the one nearest to me, and that's where I got the bulk of the stuff. But I knew one of the games that I badly wanted and I was shocked was on this sale was at my other GameStop. So I actually went to two different GameStops to pick up this entire pile. Here's a look at that. So I'm at GameStop because they're doing a big sale, and also I'm going to do some trades and stuff. So yeah, it should be an interesting stop. See how it goes. So let's go through everything that I picked up. As you can see, I got a pretty impressive stack of games, and I only paid $15 a piece. $15, which, considering the fact that these are all new condition games, is pretty great. And some of them are sealed, but yeah, I'm pretty happy. So let's just jump into it. Start off with the Switch games. We have Theorhythm Final Bar Line on the Switch. This is a Final Fantasy music game. I've heard good things about this game. I wouldn't say I'm nostalgic for Final Fantasy music, but I'm always down for a fun rhythm game, so I figured I'd pick this up, and I've heard good things about this. As you can see on the sticker, 15 bucks. This was the last copy. One thing to note, and the reason why I'm telling everybody to run to your local GameStop, yes, the deal does show up online. However, pretty much every game, or especially the games that you want the most, are all going to be sold out online. So your best bet is to go to your local GameStop and see what they have. I also have noticed the vast majority of these games are marked. So this isn't like a hidden clearance kind of thing. They will actually sticker all of these games the appropriate pricing. So keep that in mind. But definitely if you want to pick up a good chunk of these games, you're going to want to go quickly, because otherwise they will sell out if enough people know about it. Next up, we have Monster Boy, Asha, and in Monster World on the Switch. Good looking 2D platformer. I think I have another Monster Boy game, but I don't have this one. So again, Switch games, 15 bucks. You don't find Switch games for 15 bucks very often, and these are decent quality Switch games as well. This is another one. Shout out to Easy Gamer who picked this up fairly recently, and now I have a copy for 15 bucks. Revia on the Switch. This is a Red Art game. Looks interesting. I think it's like a 2D platformer. I don't know. It sounds cool, and it was 15 bucks, so I figured I'd pick it up. And then my one sealed Switch game is Super Crazy Rhythm Castle on the Switch. This looks like a party game. I don't know. It looked fun, and it was 15 bucks, brand new sealed. Can't complain at all about that, as RJC Media would say. So now let's get into Xbox. The vast majority of my games that I picked up were Xbox, although I got a couple others in addition to that. But I think these were all pretty good pickups. This was a late edition. I knew it was on clearance. I wasn't 100% sure if I wanted to grab it, but I figured, for 15 bucks, might as well. We have Exoprimal on the Xbox. Last copy, of course. Here's a sealed one. I believe I have the first game, but I didn't have the second. Now I do. We have Revenant 2 on the Xbox. This one looked interesting. It's one of those, like, I've never heard of it. It looks like Gundam meets a action game. I don't know. It looked funky. Figured I'd give it a shot. UFO Robot Grenadizer, the Feast of the Worlds on the Xbox. I don't know. It was $15. It looked cool. Figured I'd pick it up. Then we have a game that was shockingly very expensive for some reason, but I've heard good things about it. Outcast, A New Beginning on the Xbox. Brand new sealed, as you can see. This one was just funny. I do have a physical copy of the regular edition, but since this was so cheap and it comes with all the deluxe goodies, I'm like, I might as well just get this one and trade in my sealed copy, because this is not a game that you need to keep sealed. It doesn't exactly have a ton of value. Dragon Age the Veilguard, the deluxe edition on the Xbox, and just keep in mind, this deluxe edition, when it came out, was like $80 or $90, $15. Also, the regular edition is not on sale, just the deluxe edition. So if you're looking for Dragon Age, you want the deluxe edition. That's the one that's on sale. Here are the kind of big hitters, the ones that I was the most hyped about. This was the game I actually went out of my way to get. So I did have a copy of one of these games on PS4. However, I didn't have the fourth one. And I knew about this double pack that had both 3 and 4 in it. And I knew one of my GameStops had a copy. I was tempted to get it several times, but it was hard to justify spending like $70 on it. I didn't spend $70. I spent $15. Thankfully, I called my GameStop. They had it. They put it on hold for me. So now I have it. Trails of Cold Steel 3 and Trails of Cold Steel 4, the double pack on the PS5. So this is a remake of both Trails of Cold Steel 3 and 4. It is the deluxe edition. Comes with the soundtracks for both games, as well as a mini art book. So basically everything that I had in my PS4 copy is also in this, plus I get the fourth game. $15. This is normally a $70 game. That's crazy. This one, I thought one of my GameStops had. Not only did they have it, they had it sealed, which is wild to me. So, of course, I had to pick it up. Dead Island 2, the Hell A edition on the PS5. Now, as you can see, this game was originally priced at $100. This is the big premium edition for Dead Island 2. Comes with a steelbook, a bunch of other cool stuff in it. The season pass, all kinds of goodies. $15. $15, brand new. That's why you do this. And then last but certainly not least, this was kind of a throw-in because while the game advisor who I was working with was finding all the other games that I picked up, they just had several of this. So I'm like, that's also $15. Throw it on there. We have Played Up, the collector's edition on the Switch. Another big box. It comes with a little figure. It comes with some bonus in-game content. It looks like a fun little party game on the Switch. $15. Needless to say, if you take advantage of this deal, you can score heavily. I mean, these are all good quality games, not filler. I mean, there's a couple smaller titles in there, but I mean, we got Final Fantasy, we have RPGs. I mean, Dragon Age the Veilguard was a $70 game in the fall. Dead Island 2, Exoprimal, Trails of Cold Steel. Like, these are big hitter titles, and I was able to get all of them for $15 each. Go get some of this stuff, man. If you're a game collector, this is the time. So I did want to share on this video how much I would have paid if I paid full price for all of these games. So I ended up spending a grand total of $180 for all of this. So there's 12 games total. I spent $15 a piece. In new condition, these games would total $560. I saved $380 on all of these games. That's crazy. And plus I had a couple rewards, so I ended up spending even less. I think I spent I had $9 in rewards on top of that. So yeah, I kind of crushed it. I kind of crushed. Oh, and my monthly reward too on top of everything. So yeah, this was huge. So do yourself a favor, if you have not already, go to GameStop, take a look around, see what of these games you can track down, and grab as many of them as you can, man, before they sell out, before people start to realize how good this sale is. It's going on, I believe, this week only, but I would imagine if you don't go out right away, a lot of this stuff's going to be gone. So do yourself a favor, head out to GameStop, pick up as many games as you can. It's a pretty awesome deal. So that is going to do it for this episode. Mini episode of the Bargain Game Hunter, kind of a special report, if you will. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop. We will have regular episodes coming out on Monday and Friday of Bargain Game Hunter. So this is just kind of a little bonus. And I will include the actual price charting value of everything in a future episode of Bargain Game Hunter. So you're not just going to get what GameStop is charging, you'll get the actual value as well. So you'll see that in the future. But anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time on the Bargain Game Hunter. Bye-bye.